All right, guys, I wanted to show you what Livescanner's come out with. It made improvements on the swing bracket for the Garmin Force trolling motor. What they've done is they've made it to where it will be out in front of the trolling motor. Another thing that they've done is when you let it down to put your cover on, it's real close to the trolling motor to keep it away from those large graphs. I've got a new quad scan that they've made some updates to, and I wanted to talk about those as well. The current swing bracket is all the way in the up position, so it's offset from your trolling motor. Then when you let it down, the distance from here to here, makes it kind of difficult for those larger graphs. So they came out with a better design on that bracket. What we're going to do is we're going to leave this down, and I'm just going to kind of put this one up and kind of show you what it's going to look like. It's going to mount right here. So as you can see, it's going to be center line of the Garmin Force. And then when you let your Livescanner down for the or your boat cover, it will actually be all the way down there. So it's tucked closer into the motor of the trolling motor. Makes it just a lot easier, makes it where you're not hitting your graphs on those large graphs. Man, I'm just excited about this new swing bracket. So we're not gonna do any kind of installation video, but we are gonna put this on with the new quad scan, and then I'll show you that. Okay. The new quad scan, what they've done, that's pretty neat. This is a cosmetic change. They did away with this nut that puts the motor to the shaft. They've done away with that nut. Nothing wrong with that design whatsoever. They just made some improvements, and I think they wanted to match what they're doing down here, which we're going to show you next. But this here is just it's a collar. Makes it a little bit cleaner look, cosmetically. Okay, but here's the game changer that they've done. Shaft. They have a removable shaft. So number one, if you have a long trolling motor and you need a long shaft, they can provide different shaft lengths. And number two, being able to remove the shaft shortens the whole package. It's cheaper to ship, which costs you less money. So what's neat about this, all that you do is slide that on there. It's going to come with they send you an Allen wrench, and all you do is just tighten these bolts down, and it's in there. That's all you do. Pretty neat. Now, another advantage about it that I like, let's just say you've got your transducer mounted on here, and you don't have it quite dead center. Instead of having to do all them bolts on the LVS 32 or the 34 or whatever kind of transducer you have, to try to dial it in, what's neat about this, if you got to move it a 1/16 or 1/8 of an inch, instead of having to mess with your transducer, all you got to do is just turn the shaft. You can just turn the shaft a little bit. That's all you got to do. Pretty neat idea. I want to talk about something else that they've changed on this quad scan. They've increased the motor speed on how fast the shaft turns, which that's a pretty good idea that they've done. So that's the major changes. Was cosmetic on the collar for the motor head, the removable shaft system, and they've also increased the speed of the motor. And I've got this new one just kind of temporary wired in before we install it. I'm gonna lay it up here next to the other quad scan and kind of show you what the difference in the speed is. All right, now I'm going to try to show you the difference in the two speeds from the updated one from the first version one. It's going to be hard for me to hold this and push the pedals at the same time, but I'm going to go ahead and crank up I'm going to put it in the 360 scan. I'm going to start the first one up that's mounted on my boat, and then I'm going to hit the updated one and show you the difference now in the speed. So as you can see, I started this one first, but this one caught up with it. So you can tell it's faster. So that's the difference in the speeds. Much faster. Now we're going to stop them. Okay, now I'm going to put it in the forward scan, and I've slowed these things down real slow. And as you can see, they're the same speed on the lower end. All right, got it installed. I've got the updated quad scan on the starboard side. I've got the Pro model on the port side. All right, what I did is I put the new swing bracket on, and then I put the Pro model stationary bracket on top of it. All you have to do, if you want to put your cover on, I know with me running two Livescanners, it's going to be hard for me to put the cover on, so I hardly ever put my cover on, so it doesn't really matter for me. But if you only have one Livescanner and you want to put your cover on, all you got to do, ratchet handle, you can lay this down, tighten it down, and as you can see, the distance is real tight against the force. It keeps it out of the way, keeps it away from the graphs. You get ready to go, that's for if you want to put your cover on. You get ready to go fishing. All you got to do is put it up in place, lock it in, and you're good to go.